Hi, everybody. Hi. I would like to say hi to all our Facebook supporters, Facebook fans. We are so glad to see you here. As usual, every week on a Thursday night, we're going to talk about people, culture, and travel. And this week, we are going to Capri. Why Capri, Italy? Last week, I hope you all liked the video that we had about Honings Walk, about a very lovely place, northern part of Norway, where we talk about northern light hunting and we talk about king crab and also a very popular landmark called North Cape. And so far, the response last week and the week before was very, very good. We're really glad to see all of you here. And one of the things that I always looking forward to every week is to talk about travel. And this week, why I choose Capri? Because if there's, of course, as a Northern Light hunter, my favorite itinerary is definitely Northern Light hunting. But beside Northern Light hunting, the other itinerary that I really like a lot is actually Greece and Southern Italy. One of the week down the road, we are going to talk about Greece because I love Greece a lot. But I like Capri is because we actually have a very interesting itinerary. In fact, one of our guests who came, one of our first guests, Luca, who joined us 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that talks about Rome. He actually mentioned that southern Italy is actually very beautiful, very unique, and it's special. And so what we usually do is, beside the northern Italy tour, we also do southern Italy tour. So usually we'll fly in from Rome, and from Rome we do a drive to Naples. It took us about 3 hours, and then when we arrive in Naples, we are going to do a tour of Naples. Then we're going to put up a night in Sorrento. The next morning, we're going to take a ferry to the island of Capri. And what I like Capri is definitely about the Dolce Vita, the sweet life. A lot of people always believe, and the icon of Capri is the Dolce Vita, which we are going to hear from our two guests. Our two guests we're going to talk about Capri in a little while. And without any further ado, let's travel to Capri, Italy. Hi, Giorgio.
Hello, Joshua.
Hi, Joshua. How are you?
So good to see Giorgio and Fabricio. How are you all doing?
All good, man.
All good, yeah.
How are you?
Doing great. This is really a historical year. Year of 2020 is really a crazy year.
Yeah,
But I'm glad things are more on the bright side now.
Yeah,
Sorry?
we hope to see normality very soon.
Oh, yes. Traveling is definitely a norm. I was just talking to our travelers. I say, the last thing I want to hear is that no more traveling, because traveling is
traveling
in our blood,
is life,
Yeah, it's one of the best things in life. Right?
Yeah.
I think
Fabricio
agrees.
And one thing I like about Capri, living in Capri, you guys are in Capri right now, right?
Yes, we are in Capri. We are in my house, actually.
Fabrizio's place.
You see the
Vitamin
picture
C.
behind us? Do you see?
Oh, that's so lovely.
You remember this place?
Of course. That's my favorite place.
Yeah, one of the symbols of the island.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Do you remember the name?
In a while.
The Faralloni Rocks.
Faralloni, that's right. I wanted to say that.
On the opposite side of Blue Grotto, the other attraction.
Yeah, this is the place I hunt high and low to get the postcard view. And thanks to both of you, we found it, and we'll talk about it. But tell me a little bit, how's the situation in Italy, and how's the situation in Capri? How things are going with you all?
Well, we can't deny things could be better, Joshua. But things are going much better. Recently compared to a few months ago, we have still some uncertainty. As for this area in particular, Italy has been divided into different colors. There is a code. A range from a white color, which means no risk, no COVID risk, up to the red regions, the red areas where it's supposed to be much more dangerous. Campania, which is the name of this area, of this region, it still is actually orange, but next Monday will be yellow, which means very low risk, pretty low risk. So things are getting better. We think it depends also on vaccines and all these kind of things, hospital availabilities. But things are getting better.
So yellow means that we are close to the normality.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear.
And the good thing is that the vaccinations are going on.
Yeah.
Even
How's
my
the vaccination
family,
going?
his family.
Yeah, my dad got vaccinated. My dad is 71. He got vaccinated a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
My mom, she's 62.
His parents too.
Because they're doing from the oldest people going down to the young people. So we are not so young, but anyway, we will be the next.
Yeah, as for
That's a good one.
few numbers, if you like, right now, like 15 million people in Italy, maybe a little bit more, have been vaccinated. So 1/4 of all the Italian population, starting with the elderly. In this region, actually, they were a little bit lower than other regions because of vaccines. But now, they're much faster.
But maybe yesterday there was a news that maybe the people living on the islands, because here there are 3 islands, Capri, Ischia, and Procida. The people living on these 3 islands, they will be vaccinated before the others. We are not sure about that, but maybe to improve the tourism.
Yeah.
But my friend who live in Santorini, he told me, he said, you have all the vitamin C, SEAC. So you are safe. That's what my friend told me anyway. It was a joke probably. The vitamin
we have
C.
vitamin C, the vitamin of all the lemons we have around here. So
That's a good one, the lemon as well. That's true.
With the lemon.
If you consider the amount of lemons, then it's the safest place in the world.
So, gut feeling, when you foresee that the travelers will come, the international travelers will be able to visit Capri.
Sure. Joshua, I was telling Fabrizio recently, even scientists, it looks like they don't know exactly, so how could we? But for sure, we see that the numbers that we see, they're getting better. I assume, we will start with local domestic tourism for a while, hopefully for a little while only. And then, during the touristic season, as soon as more people are getting vaccinated, and the numbers in all kind of cases, even with hospital, will improve. I think that would be the time for people coming from all over.
Anyway,
we miss that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, but it's good, that we start talking about tourism. When we start talking about tourism, I believe it will happen real soon. And before we talk about Capri, just to share a little bit of my feeling. Whenever I arrive, our tour, we usually start our tour from Naples, Naples. We will then travel to Sorrento. We put a night in Sorrento, and the next morning we'll take a ferry. And a lot of time we'll start WhatsApping each other when we are on the ferry, because the main highlight is definitely Blue Grotto. We want to enter the Blue Grotto. And what I like the most is having both of you, our brothers. They always tell each other, we want to be the first group that leave the ferry, and you will see us right at the jetty, remember? And the best part is the moment I arrive at the jetty, the moment I leave the ferry, wow, the look of the Marina, is it Marina Grande?
Grande.
Oh, Marina Grande. That reminds me of the word Dolce
Vita. Yes.
Dolce Vita, the sweet life. Literally. That's true. If there's one icon for Capri, it's definitely Dolce Vita, the sweet life.
Especially the main square, you remember the name Piazzetta,
Oh, Piazzetta,
the little square, the small square, the little square of the island, And that is the place where this term, also the Dolce Vita,
started. Yeah.
Started. Yeah. You see all the bar. You remember all the bars where you can get a drink and you can see the people strolling around. Yeah.
That's so sweet. So maybe you can tell us a little bit what's the history of Capri? Why is Capri so special? And
Of course.
you know, we will
Of course,
definitely would like to hear.
Joshua, Capri is a tiny little island. It's actually just about 10 square kilometers. It's a very tiny place, but with a very long, very ancient history. In particular, Capri was not even an island, Joshua. In the prehistory, Capri was connected to the Sorrentine Peninsula you mentioned before. Sorrento is a very popular touristic place too, and Capri was connected to this place that is still just few miles from the island today. So Capri broke off that part of the mainland 10,000 years ago, which is nothing geologically speaking, of course. And then we have a very rich history. The Greeks colonized the place, for instance. Capri was a Greek colony, and then it was rediscovered, and conquered by the Romans. Something that maybe people don't understand as soon as they arrive to the island. But this tiny little place was home to two Roman emperors, Octavian Augustus and Tiberius, his stepson. They chose the island either for summer holidays, like something like 30 years before Jesus Christ, as for Augustus, or for staying on the island. Tiberius stayed on the island during his last years of life. Basically, he retired to Capri. He spent here his last years of life, and he died in a place not far from the island. From this tiny little island, he ruled over a big empire. So in a way, unofficially, Capri was the capital of that empire. It's something that still amazes us.
Imagine the Roman Empire was almost, Europe.
This little
So
pebble compared
the
to the world, this was the center of the world during those 10 years at least. Then there were actually centuries of neglect and plundering. We experienced so much plundering on the island. The population was most probably pretty poor and it's been like that for many centuries. Except some years with, for instance, during the Middle Ages with the French rulers, the Angevins. But that's a pretty long story, as you can imagine. For sure, tourism, international tourism, started because of the rediscovery of the Roman ruins, or of all the Roman monuments of the island, and then of course the natural beauties, among them of course the Blue Grotto. So talking back about the Dolce Vita, I think that's the thing that attracts people, and the thing that attracted most celebrities coming to the island. I think it all started after World War II, when most of the celebrities, if you think about people like Clark Gable, Audrey Hepburn, or Sophia Loren, the Italian Sophia Loren, they fell in love with the beauty of the place, but also with this Dolce Vita, this blend of freedom and beauties and quietness. I think that's the Dolce Vita.
If there's one place that you choose to be the landmark for Capri as this Dolce Vita, besides the piazza they mentioned just now, which place would it be?
About the landmarks, so this is the best. So anyway, there's this one, there's the so-called the Faralloni rocks. Faralloni in Italian means two big rocks, okay, close together in the sea. Okay, that's the meaning of this term, Faralloni. Okay, but anyway, now when you say Faralloni, and you always think about the one of Capri, because they were in many spots, and also is one of the, especially this place is one of the romantic places, even for weddings or people for the proposal. You know, there are many people coming here in this romantic place because you don't see from this picture, but there are three rocks. The first one, as you can see here, you see one on my right. Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's right. Yes. On the left here. This is the only rock attached to the mainland. And then there are the two other rocks, and the second one, so the one in the middle, has an arch where you can go in through by boat. I don't know if you remember. We went
Yes.
by boat through this arch. Where usually you stop under the arch because it's named the Arch of Love. There's a sort of legend that if you kiss under the Arch of Love, you promise love forever.
Wow, that's so sweet.
And that's say what we.
That's the end.
Yeah.
You did that? Oh, that's the end.
I did that. So because of
We
that,
did that.
so we did that. So because of these rocks, we got married.
Oh, that's nice.
That's why I always say to the clients, so be careful if you go there, because if you kiss under the arch, it's love forever. It's done. And then, so that's why this is the place, the landmark, because usually you stop here, you take a picture. But if you do the tour of the island, there are 64 caves.
Wow.
It's a shame that there's also the other spot, the other cave. So the most famous cave maybe in the world, I think. So the so-called Blue Grotto, that you know. So later I can say something to you about Blue Grotto. And but there are 64 caves. There's a green grotto, there's the white grotto, there's the coral cave, where you can go in through directly like a boat, you know, the normal boat that in Italian, in our language, is named gozzo.
A wooden boat, yeah.
It's like a wooden boat. Only Blue Grotto has a sort of, I mean, you need a sort of rowing boat, rowboat to go in through the cave, because the entrance is like 1 meter, more or less. But the other one, if you do the tour of the island, you can swim into all the caves. It's a sort of shame that all the people come here only to see Blue Grotto or the Faralloni rocks, but also the other place that I mentioned before, like the Green Cave, especially Green Cave, White Cave, the Coral Cave. There are 3 coral caves here. Are
interesting.
So beautiful, so amazing.
Yeah, I can
The
almost feel
water
it.
is a green, you know, emerald green.
Wow.
And it's incredible.
How about the white cave?
The White Cave is a cave divided in 2 levels. And there's also like a flight of steps to go to the second level, where there are many stalactites and stalagmites. One of that has the shape, that is I have to tell you, is maybe my favorite. Because on the top, there's a sort of statue of a Virgin Mary praying like this, okay, with the hands like this. So it looks like it's in marble, but it is not. It's completely natural, made drop by drop. So in the time, make this kind of shape of a Virgin Mary praying. And it's incredible because if you look from the boat, it looks like a statue, you know, but it's a stalagmite.
It's all natural.
It's all natural. So you go to the second floor and you see this. And from the top of this white cave, where there are also crazy people who jump from the top. So there was also the Red Bull diving competition here. So they jumped from the second level to the down. Anyway, if you look down, you see that the color of the sea is light green. So it's amazing. Even the color of the water inside Blue Grotto, the White Grotto, is amazing.
Tell us a little bit, you know, I remember sometimes when we are not able to do Blue Grotto, we will also do the chairlift. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the chairlift, about Anna Capri, and the view from the top.
So you told us a few seconds ago that when you arrive in Capri, you arrive to the port, so to the harbor. So the main harbor of the island, the name is Marina Grande. Okay, the meaning is big harbor. Then from Marina Grande, if you get a bus or a cab, the special cab of Capri, white with no roof, so the convertible car. Cool. So anyway, you can reach also Capri, the city center. There is like 10 minutes by car from the port, and where there's the city center of Capri. And then there's a mountain. You can go all the way up to the mountain where there's another village where we are now, where our houses are, and the name is Ana Capri. Ana means up, above. Okay, Capri means, because Giorgio told you about the history of the island. So the Romans named this island Isle of Goats. Okay, now the goat, you know, the animal. So anyway, goat in Italian is capra. Okay?
Oh, okay.
That's why on the top of this mountain there are many goats. They named this island Isle of Goats. And anyway, this is there's Ana Capri. In Ana Capri, in the city center of Ana Capri, when you arrive in Ana Capri, there's this chairlift. So this chairlift connects the center of Ana Capri to the very top of the highest mountain of the island, which is named the Monte Solaro. Solaro Mountain, Mount Solaro. Okay, the meaning is like sunny mountain. Solaro, Sole means sun, you know. It's 589 meters high. From the bottom to go to all the way up by chairlift is like 13 meters, 1-3, to go to the top. And when you are to the top, it's impossible to describe how nice it is, because you can see the three islands, Ischia, Procida, and then Capri from the top. You see Capri from the top, you see these three rocks, Paraiani rocks from the top. From the top, you can see the Amalfi Coast, Sorrento Peninsula. When it's very clear, in the best days, you can see also the Gulf of Salerno. You see everything. So it's like a sort of, and you see the Mount Vesuvius, the Vesuvio volcano, for example. You can see everything from the top.
Okay. And the other thing, one of the things that I really remember about a trip to Capri is actually the journey with the bus, because the bus is a special design bus. It's cute, it's small, and the journey is, we call it Mamma Mia. Maybe you can tell us a little bit, why is it Mamma Mia?
Sure, that's fun. So, like Fabrizio said before, when you arrive to the island, you can catch, if you're a group of tourists, for sure, you can catch a tourist bus up to 22 people. You know, it's a small island, so small buses and very, very narrow road. So there is only one road actually. So connecting the harbor with Capri Center and Ana Capri. So when you're leaving Capri and you're reaching Ana Capri, the upper town where we're from, there's this stretch of road we used to call the Mamma Mia road, you know, oh my God road, because of the beautiful but also quite scary views. From up there, you can see, you know, all the Gulf of Naples. There's an amazing view, but for a little while, just a few seconds, you may be scared if you're, some troubles with height and this kind of views. You can kind of vertigos. It's a beautiful place, and you can see Mount Vesuvius depending on the clearness of the air. You can see, of course, all the Gulf of Naples, including Ischia and Procida, which are the other two islands of this part of the Mediterranean. They're different from Capri. They're volcanic islands. Capri, as Fabrizio said before, is all made out of limestone. So that's why we have, with the erosion, so many caves and so many rock formations.
And we always clap when we see the driver drive, because when two buses, they have to pass, it's just amazing.
They're so skilled. Like, all the time, at least, most of the time, the road looks like a one-way road, but since it's the only one we have, it's always two ways. And they know exactly where to stop to give the way to other cars or buses from the other side. It's amazing.
It's true.
And sometimes even if you don't explain to the people that it's named the Mamma Mia Road,
they know.
They know. That's true.
Because the people they shout. Everybody shout, "Oh my God!
Oh my God, Mamma Mia!"
Sometimes, for example, we don't explain about this
nickname.
And say, okay, that is the Mamma Mia Road, or oh my God. I will tell you at the end of the ride,
And
everybody understand.
Yeah, that's so true. And the other thing is, of course, when we visit Capri, the most important place that we must go is a Capri town. And I heard from both of you that you have met a lot of celebrities in the Capri town, especially the landmark, the clock tower. Is that right?
Yeah, especially during summer, especially I told you in the main square where there is named the Piazzetta, there are many, or even bars. Okay, there are 4 bars in the main square, and usually sometimes when you sit down, you have a drink. Sometimes you can meet or you can see like a VIP, like Jennifer Lopez in the last year recently, or soccer players, from all over the world. Leo Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo came here. I don't know.
We're so used to see
LeBron
celebrities.
James,
Yeah.
NBA
Players.
basketball players, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. We saw lots of people, and also because especially during the evening, nearby the so-called piazzetta, there are also like nightclubs and shops, and especially in the city center of Capri, branch shops. So where the
Oh,
people
yes.
go, yeah, the people go for shopping, and also for taking a nice picture in the city center, because it always everything comes from what we told you before, the Dolce Vita. So now
Yeah.
having a picture in the main square looks like being a little bit like a VIP. There are many now. There are the so-called the influencer. Like young people, they come here only for taking a picture in the square.
And you know what? Recently, I read on the internet, even Mark Zuckerberg make a trip to Capri. I'm not sure if you have
Yes,
met
yes.
Mark Zuckerberg. You have met him personally?
No. To be honest, no, not personally. But anyway, sometimes you see these people, and they come here because we see so many VIP.
Yeah, we
That's
don't
why
bother
usually
them,
we
yeah.
don't bother them, we don't stop them. That's why they come with most of them. They come with no bodyguards, for example. They can have a drink completely free.
Yeah.
There are
That's
some
true.
people who want a picture, but anyway, not we are
Used to.
we are. I mean, used to see VIP.
Yeah.
VIPs here on the island. That's why they keep coming, and we hope they
To see
still,
them again,
yeah,
yeah.
to see them again anyway,
We
because
will.
And one of the best thing that we must do is when we are in a Capri town is to enjoy a cup of ice cream. And when you mentioned about shopping, it's so true. How can we talk about sweet life without talking about shopping, right? There are
and
so many branded shops.
shopping, yes, there are many shops on the island. So I told you, in the city center of, especially nearby the piazzetta, the square, there are many branch shops, and also typical shop, like because here there are many traditions here on the island, like for example, even in Anacapri, anyway, on the island there are many traditions, like the so-called the limoncello. So we can make, so one of the symbol of the island is the lemon. So Capri is also called the Isle of Lemons, because
Oh,
wherever you go, you can find many lemon trees. And with this lemon, they produce like a chocolate, lemon candies, lemon olive oil, because we have also olives here, especially here in Anacapri. There's a there's a great production of olive oil, and also a sort of liqueur that is named liqueur made with olives, olive leaves, that I want you to try next time you
That's
come.
something pretty. I mean,
yeah.
that's a tradition of the olive crops, but then there's something
Rosemary,
pretty recent. Yes.
Recent, yes, and also there's for example, when you go nearby the so-called Augustus Gardens, like gardens, I think you remember, in front of the Faralloni Rocks, there are a very famous Augustus Garden dedicated to Caesar Augustus, the first emperor who stayed on the island. And thanks to him, Capri maybe became famous for the first time. And near in this area, there are many flowers, because I don't know if you know it, there are more than 800 species of flowers, 800 more than 800 species of flowers here on the island. With these flowers, they produce also the perfume, even lemon perfume that is very famous. So many people, they want to buy something really typical of the island. They buy the perfume of the island, and also the limoncello that is typical from this area, but also, to be honest, of all the Amalfi Coast and Sorrento Peninsula. But that is our way of. And then I told you the nearby the main square there are what we call the Mamma Mia area, you know.
Yes. And if I remember, just now you mentioned about the garden is the postcard view, right, of Capri that I was hunting all this while for, right, the beautiful spot
there's
there.
like like a postcard view, because there are the so famous Faralloni rocks here that you can see from the gardens, and also you can take a nice picture of this Faralloni with all the flowers of that area, because that is the best place where all the flowers, I mean, for the temperature of the air, you know, to grow flowers. And that's why if you go around, you see lots of colors around you, and it's amazing. So when you take a picture, especially in that area, you feel like, I mean, being in a paradise, because it's full of colors. It's
That's
so
true.
nice.
And I remember there's also a very expensive hotel as well.
Yeah, there are many 5 stars hotel, and now many luxury hotels or villas that you can rent. I mean, there are many people, especially the VIP. Some people ask us where the VIP stay. Usually now they stay in they rent a villa, or they stay on a yacht.
Last but not least, let's talk about the most highlight activity that we must do when we are in Capri, the Blue Grotto. Maybe you can explain a little bit about what is this Blue Grotto all about?
So Blue Grotto is because of the color, obviously because of the color of the sea. Okay, but anyway, it's not that the sea is blue. It's the reflection of the sunlight. Okay, because Blue Grotto, as I told you, there are 64 caves all around the coast. Blue Grotto is the most famous one because the entrance is only 80 centimeters, more or less 1 meter. It depends from the sea level. So that's why when the sea level is okay, is low, you can go in through. So you need to go in through by like a rowboat to go inside. So you need to sit down in this tiny boat.
That's the exciting part.
At the bottom, stretch out your legs.
I can never forget that.
It's incredible because there are the horsemen waiting for you, and then they teach you also how to get into. And then once you are inside, it's incredible because there's this sort of this entrance of the cave. That it's the only entrance. Some people ask me if there's an exit. No, there's only one entrance. That's it. Then you go in, and then you go out. That's it. Then you go inside. Once you are inside, it's very big. So it's like 15 meters long and 10 meters more or less. It's pretty big. And once you are inside, the color is incredible because there's this entrance, then there's the sea. Under the sea, there's another natural arch that you don't see when you are on this little boat. But the Capri, as we told you, is made of limestone, so the color is white. That's why this reflection make this color light blue. That's why the name is azzurra. So in Italian is grotta azzurra. It's not blue. So azzurra means like light blue. It's a totally another color. It's not blue. So in English it's translated blue, but it's totally another color. And it's even impossible to describe you how is this color, because
you have to see it.
You have to see it.
Yes.
And also it's famous because of the history, because once you are inside, we always say to the clients to see the color, to look at the color of the sea, but also there's a sort of hole, a sort of tunnel inside the cave. Because many years ago, maybe there was a connection between this cave and a villa on the top. We don't know exactly where, because and they don't know exactly where, because there was a sort of tunnel to connect this cave to a villa, to one of the villa of the emperor, or one of the villa of a Roman, you know. And then it's so beautiful, and also many people come here to see this attraction, because it depends on the sea condition to visit it or not. You know how difficult it is,
Oh,
because
yes, that's
sometimes
true.
sometimes is the weather is good, everything is fine. You think it's open, but it's not, because
That's true.
it's only because it's high tide. For
it depends on
example,
the direction of the wind,
and
or many
for example,
factors.
you can do the tour of the island, but you cannot see the cave, so you cannot go in through the cave. It's very hard. That's why the people who uh, can see the cave, they feel
the lucky ones.
they feel very lucky when some people they shout when they go out. They feel very like a hero, you know.
Yeah. And you know what? I have been to so many places. One thing I must say is Blue Grotto is very, very unique. It's one of its kind, and I have never seen something like this in other places. That is
It's not
something that
because
we
we live
must
here,
try.
but it's true. But it's true.
That's true. I agree with
Yeah.
you. So nice talking to you all. I really believe and I really hope that we get to travel very soon. Until then, and you know what? When we meet each other, the first thing we must
So
do
do
is a
we.
warm hug. You know,
Very warm hug.
warm hug, and you know what? And the day is coming, and it's very soon. And nice
I
talking
hope
to you
so.
all.
We hope so.
And
We have to be. I mean, we have to be positive, because we're so lucky, and we miss you, and we want you here. We want to see these beauties and share these beauties with you.
yes, and on
Have
behalf
a
of
nice
Malaysians.
limoncello with
Oh,
you.
yes, that's true. On behalf of all our fans, our Easy Euro fans, we'd like to say thank you, and we look forward to see you again. And see you. Ciao.
See you.
Ciao. All
Bye.
the best. Take care,
All the
Joshua.
best.
Take
Ciao,
care, bro.
grazie.
Take care.
Ciao.
Bye.
Thank you. Grazie.
Grazie. Wow, what a great time we have with our two guests, Giorgio and also Fabricio. I really enjoy listening from them. You know, one thing I like about is to hear stories of traveling. You know, just now when we were talking, I feel like I'm leading a tour. You know, I'm so glad and I'm so thankful that all of our uh, Facebook fans, you present in our Facebook Live, you really give us a lot of moral support. And one thing I miss doing is I miss leading tour. While you are joining us on the Facebook Live, you're actually, you know, following us on the trip to Capri virtually, you know, so called. And I hope you have a good time. I hope you enjoy what you call that this tour to Capri. And in a short while, we are going to play you a short video of a journey into the Blue Grotto. I hope you like that short video. And I would like to say goodbye to you. But before I sign off, I would like to remind all of you again, next week, same time, same place, and we are going to travel to another part of Europe. Looking forward to see you next week. Thank you very much and good night.